This is the Jurgens J2 405 and it's at Best Aussie Vans because it's strong, it's lightweight and it's undeniably well engineered. They don't muck around at Jurgens and it shows. The walls are an aluminium and ply composite. It's a special matrix that helps to keep the weight of the caravan as low as possible, along with the chassis, which is engineered for strength and lightweight and reinforced in all the stress points.
I like the chassis, which is a bit of a unique way of doing things. Instead of a box section chassis, it's a C-channel with cutouts to save weight, and so it's lightweight but also very rigid.
And it's got an innovative sort of outer skin. It's an aluminium composite with moulded front and rear fiberglass panels, which sort of, again, add to that theme of lightweight, but still retaining quite a bit of strength.
The Jurgens Lunar Gazer is fitted with Alco's independent rubber suspension. Now, without getting too technical, this comprises an outer tube and an inner tube that contains 3 special rubber elements that provide that cushioning ride for the life of the suspension.
It's interesting, this sort of a rough road van, because it comes with a torsion style suspension. Many people think it's a bit unusual. In fact, it's quite a reliable suspension, especially as this comes with shock absorber fitted wheels, which means you get a nice sort of ride on the van, particularly when you're on a bit of a rough road trip. It's made by someone like Alco, who build hundreds of units in Europe, so it works quite well.
In terms of self-sufficiency, this van's fitted with 2 60-litre freshwater tanks as standard, but you can also option in a 60-litre grey water tank if you want to. You can fit solar, additional batteries and even a gas heater. The thing about the interior is that it's all very uniform, it's very logical. The cabinetry comes together in a cohesive fashion as though it was designed by one person rather than a committee. There are no sharp edges anywhere, rounded corners, precise joinery is the order of the day here, folks. It's all CAD designed, CNC cut, and it shows.
I like the textured vinyl, on the cupboard doors. It's got a lot of differentials to your contemporary type caravan.
One of the things I like about the Jurgens vans is on the inside, they just feel and look different to a lot of the Australian caravans that are built today. This doesn't have, the old timber look of yesteryear. It's quite modern.
I really like this bathroom. It's user-friendly. You've got all your bits and pieces, some storage, a fully moulded shower so it's not going to leak. It's even got a little bench seat in there too.
I quite like it. I mean, it had some unique features. There's actually a seat moulded into the shower area, which is unusual. You don't see that too often. The actual width and space generally in the bathroom was pretty good. I mean, you can get ones that are really tight, but I didn't feel that with this.
This van's got an underslung spare wheel, which has freed up the boot. Look, tyres are heavy after all, and the less manual handling, the better.
And it has a fairly decent carrying capacity as well. I think it was somewhere in the realm of 460 kilos, which, is above the industry standard of 400 for a tandem axle van.
The Lunar Gazer is fitted with Alco ESC as standard, which is good news because after all, there's nothing scarier than a swaying caravan. Why experience that if you don't have to?
And the van sits, I think, at around $65,000, so it's towards the top end of its category, but you actually get a lot for that price. It's quite a long van despite its lightweight, so you get a lot of square footage and a lot of features, I thought.
Being a fairly lengthy van, there's no compromise in any one section, so everything is nicely spaced out. There's sort of plenty of room to move around. Yeah. Although it has no connections with Europe, it actually has a slightly European flavour about it, which a lot of people like. You sort of get an Australian van in a European style, which is often a happy compromise for many people who want that sort of van.
Yeah, sort of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
The thing that really strikes me about this van is that it's a 24-footer with lots of features, lots of comforts, weighing less than 1,750 kilos. Guys, you just don't see that a lot. It's a real credit, a real plus for Jurgens.